Okay, guys, so the AMA has officially started. Welcome everyone to Drive It's Crypto Lunch, where we discuss the most trending projects in BSC, Ethereum, or any other blockchain. As long as it's printing, it should be mentioned here. Today, we have Besa Gaming Company that is over here. We have Gabe, that is the CEO of the project. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about this great project that is going to have the fair launch on Pink Sale on September. I think it was on, can you refresh
September
me the
1st.
date? That's September 1st. That's in 21 days from now, guys. So you have plenty of time to do your research, to prepare yourself. And most important, we all have to thank Gabe for being here, for allowing us to hear about the project directly from the CEO. You know that's really important, guys. But to kick off the AMA, the Ask Me Anything, we're going to start doing some soft questions to Gabe about who you are, Gabe. We would like to know, of course, who you are. What's your past experience in crypto, your past experience, of course, in IRL, if you want to tell us a little bit more. And also, one very important thing is about the motivation. What was the motivation behind this project? Like, have you ever worked on gaming before? Are you actually a gamer yourself? We would love to know how this idea became. So basically, those are the three questions that we want to start, a little bit about yourself, your experience, and your motivation.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for having us. First of all, we're very excited to be here and just to share with you guys what Besa Gaming is trying to do. My name is Gabriel. Everybody knows me as Gabe. Most people call me Gabe. I've been doing crypto for about 10 years. So I started really early with Bitcoin. Some of the people on our group, on our team, they started way before me. So we've been doing the crypto stuff for a very long time. We benefit. We've seen the highs and the lows. It's just experience everything through it. Personally, I don't know what I can tell you, but I'm a regular guy. I'm a business owner. I have my own company that it will help us expand the crypto idea so that we create our own products and stuff like that, which we'll get into that eventually. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I've been I'm just a regular guy. Loves golf. Love to play golf and suck at it sometimes, but that's the fun of it, right? I don't know what else I can tell you, but that's basically what it is.
Sorry, I didn't have the microphone. I was fixing because someone in the chat said that I was having like a little bit issues with the audio. I believe that now it's fixed. But that's awesome to know, Gabe. Of course, that's a beautiful description, of course, of who you are. Also on the soft side, because since you are doxed, not everyone is doxed in crypto. And being doxed, I always say that it's something very important to show transparency, of course. But I always say this because I have been doxed, of course, all the time that I've been in crypto. And it's not easy. Also, it's not easy, of course, because it's way simpler just to hide, you hide on your computer and just, create alt accounts and stuff. But the people that are actually doxed, sorry to interrupt you, are the ones that I consider brave because, of course, they are going to still show their face whether the project goes right, goes wrong. Because, of course, I've been a project developer myself, and I had successful projects that, of course, started successful, and then maybe, we have a bumpy road, and then something happened, and when you're doxed, like when everything's great, you're like God. Everyone loves you. You are the best one. You only get like good comments, and you're hey, we all love you, man. I love what you're doing. The first second everything goes south, that's when you become the devil, and you're no, you can't do that. And it's more heavy when you're doxed. So that's what I say. I love that you're doxed because that actually shows that you're brave and you're also taking this project seriously. That's something that I personally love to see in all the projects that come here.
Exactly. I mean, for us, it's obviously very important to do that as well because we want to show that we're honest. We're trying to be honest on everything that we do. We're not experts on crypto. We're not perfect at everything that we're trying to do, but we are going to try our best, right? So as long as we keep it honest, we let everybody know what we're doing. I don't mind showing my face. The other guys on the team will do the same. So everybody will be open. We're available 24/7 on the chat to talk to us on social media. So we talk to everybody. And like I said, we try to keep it honest. So as long as we do it the right way, I think that we'll see a lot of benefits. And
totally.
like you said, and like you said, we plan to do a gaming company. This is not a, one game, one marketplace, sell NFTs, run away with the money, and then open up a new one. We're not doing that. We want to have an actual umbrella where we have different games, different applications, marketplace, wallets, you name it. We are working on so many things right now, and I mean everything that we're working on is being done. We can't really tell you exactly what it is, but we have so many things that we've been working on. We've been doing this for more than a year, so it's not something that we started last month or so.
Completely, man. Completely. I totally understand. And that comes to the second section of the AMA. That is, of course, talk a little bit more about the project itself. So one thing that I always love to ask people that come over here, the devs or the CEOs or the core team members is, if you can explain to us your project in the most simple way so everyone can understand. We have 88 participants over here, and I know that most of my community already has done the research. They're entered to the website, white paper. They know, of course, what it is. But there's a lot of people that just, jump into AMAs and they find out about new projects just by jumping in. So for that kind of people that from the 88 participants, we would love to ask you, if you could tell us a little bit more about your actual project, about Besa Gaming Company, like what does it do? What's the vision? What's the mission? Like, what's the end game for that?
Well, the idea of Besa is to create this umbrella of games and applications that will allow us to reward everybody that's part of Besa. So if you hold the token, if you hold the NFTs, you'll get a share of everything that we bring in. And by using the game idea, which is the beginning of everything that we want to do, we're releasing our games, releasing our marketplace, all that is going to open up these opportunities for us to continue the development. And what we want to do is we want to benefit everybody. Okay, so like I said, we don't want to do NFTs and sell them and then move on. So we want to go do actual games, actual utilities that will bring income into the project, and all that will be shared with all the holders. So the main idea is to benefit. We all want to make money on crypto. That's why we got into it. So we want to be able to show you guys that we can provide that, and it's something that we can provide for the long term too. It's not going to be something that is going to disappear next year. If you look at our liquidity, it's been locked for 10 years. We're not doing anything with that. We have many other plans. So we'll be here for a long time.
That's great to hear. And I was wondering to ask, you said about that owning the tokens or the NFT makes you like owner of the company itself. Like, how does that work?
Well, the way we want to do it is on our games, we're going to have in-game advertising, right? We're going to have Google Ads, we're going to have Facebook advertising, and we're going to sell on the game itself. We're going to have billboards, we're going to have buildings, casinos, and we can add names to those so that people are playing. They'll see all those names for other projects, which we don't really care who wants to come in and join us. We'll put up their names. People are playing. They're watching everything that they see on the game. At the end of the game, they have an option to look at the website and to go look into whoever interests them, right? So all that is going to create this profit, all this income that is going to come in. And just the Facebook and the Google Ads also will create income. So what we want to do is we're going to provide a profit sharing for all the different NFT holders. We're starting with the OGs, the original guys. These are the ones that they've been with us for the whole year, helping us and giving us advice and stuff like that. So these are the main guys that we have. So we really want to take care of these people because they really trust us, and we appreciate that a lot. So what we want to do is we're going to share a 10% of that profit that comes in with those OGs. So whoever has an NFT, that profit is going to be sent to the wallet that's holding that NFT. So every 2 weeks, every month, it's going to happen. People are going to just get the rewards. I can't tell you how much it's going to be because we haven't started yet, but I think eventually we'll get to a very nice place.
That's awesome. So actually holding the NFT, it gives you passive income. That's what everyone knows. Like who doesn't love passive income? Like I love, receiving dividends, interest, like
Yeah, you go to sleep,
everything.
you wake up in the morning, and your income is there, right?
Totally. And I see something similar on another project that I'm also working in. And that's what I say, like passive income and revenue sharing. It's a great way of getting people attracted to your project, because if you like the project and you want to contribute, you're contributing. And then, of course, you're also receiving a piece of the profit,
Yes.
a piece of the cake. And not
Yes.
every not every project owner does that. So actually, that's very nice. And I think that's a very important marketing strategy, if you want to call it like that, because it's actually marketing, because you're telling people, hey guys, come to my project, invest in us, contribute, shield our project and everything, and in return,
Yes.
we're going to be giving you a piece of the revenue. So that's very smart, and congratulations for thinking that. And
Thank
one
you.
thing that I wanted to ask Gabe about, you started mentioning it a little bit, but I want to go more in depth, because I know that this is a real company, and we all know that real companies has revenues and expenses. So we
Yes.
want to know, like, how are you planning to maintain the company on the long term? Because of course I believe that as you grow, you're gonna be adding, I don't know, maybe more employees, maybe an office or more servers.
Yes.
There are going to be more expenses as you grow, and of course, how are you going to keep up with all those expenses and expansions in the long term? Like, what is going to be like the revenue strategies?
That's a great question. Well, basically, I own my own company. If you look at our team, we have a computer science guy, and we have a hardware engineer on it. And we want to develop our own products, which we'll be able to develop and manufacture in the US, are my company. So we'll do the full assembly, we'll do the designs, we'll do the testing, and eventually we'll be able to start selling those products, right? We're also looking at merchandise. We're looking at, like I said, the game itself will provide us with uh, reflections that will help us maintain different things. So everything, as long as we work it the right way, we should have our corporation by the end of this year. So we've been working on it for a while. We've been talking, having meetings, and trying to get all the documentation, all the legal stuff done correctly. So once everything is done, everybody will know. You guys will see where we are. We'll see the address that we're using for the company, and you get to see all the things that are going to start developing. So everything is part of the plan. Like I said, I can't really promise $1 million right away, but I think that we will get to a point where we can have enough income coming in just from the tokens, from the reflections, from the advertising, and then the development of our own product to allow us to really grow into a corporation. And all we need, to be honest with you, all we need is a couple games to go viral, millions of people playing them, and that will open up everything for us.
Yeah, totally. And I saw, on the roadmap, I think that it was on Q4, on the last phase of the roadmap, that talks a little bit more about, making this into a real company, building an
Yes.
LLC, have a board of directors, making it very professional. So I actually
Yes.
like this project. It has a crypto side, but it also has a very IRL side, but it's really important. And it's actually a company. Like I always say, the name says it all, and that's amazing. But I have a lot of questions today, because I really like the project, so I have a lot of questions in my mind. But I wanted to ask you about the actual games. I want to know if, for example, I know that you're the one that your team is the ones that are going to start creating the first games. But are you planning on eventually maybe opening up your marketplace for indie game
Yes.
developers to jump in
Yes.
and maybe do partnerships, or maybe I can create a game and market it on your platform? Like, how are you going to work that?
That's part of the plan. We want to eventually we will offer all these services to other projects. So we're going to be able to develop their website, offer games, do the marketplace for them, the back end of the marketplace, get everything set up with their crypto. So it's all part of the process. So it's, like I said, we are planning to have more developers come in. Like right now, we have 2 developers working for us 24/7. One big thing is that we also have a deal with Juego Studio. If you look them up, you're gonna be very impressed. They've been helping us with all the back end work, and they're helping us check everything that we're doing, because it's a real company. We want to make sure that everything is double checked, right? Everything has to be secure. We don't want anybody losing their money. That's not going to happen. So we want to make sure that everything that comes in code or programs is double checked by these guys, and then they help us implement it. So this company, Fuego Studio, is, I mean, if you look at their website, they play with some really big companies, big gaming companies, Sony Studio, Xbox, you name it. They work with these guys. So just having that partnership, it really speaks volumes of what we're trying to do.
Yeah, totally. And I want to know also about the because I saw something about PvP, and I want to know how is that going to also work, because I noticed that you have single player games and stuff, but the PvP, does that mean that the games are like a wager one, when you can I don't know, maybe bet and say before the game starts, hey Gabe, I'm going to bet you, I don't know, 100 Besa tokens, and the winner takes it all. I saw something like that on the website, but I want to know, like, how's that going to work?
That's exactly what's going to happen. When you get you get into our site to play the game, you choose who you want to play against, right? And at the end of the game, the winner takes all. The loser go home empty-handed. The winner takes all the money. And we're also working on casino games, right? So we're gonna have Texas Hold'em, we're gonna have blackjack, things like that. So
nice.
I'm a huge fan of Texas Hold'em, so I'm gonna be playing a lot.
I'm a huge fan too, man. Yeah, I'm a huge fan too. And
so
like I said,
you'll probably see me on the tables all the time. So I'll be playing a lot because I really love that game.
Awesome.
So the whole idea is that we're gonna have tournaments. People come in, they do 100 Besa tokens, like you said, and at the end of the tournament, the winner takes the pot, right? So that's the plan. And most of our games, everything is being multiplayer. We're working on that, so we can implement the multiplayer mode on it, and eventually we'll get there. Right now, all the games are being developed. Everything should be ready in a couple of weeks, so people will be able to see the marketplace. Will be able to go in and buy, mint, and sell their NFTs. Anybody in the world will be able to do that. And then eventually we'll get you guys the game, so you guys can test it out. Be open to everybody.
Yeah. Perfect. Great to hear that. And I want to know more about the. No, I'm not going to ask you about marketing yet. I had a question that I wrote it down. I don't know where I put it. Like where you were talking, I opened a notepad, and I don't know where I left it on my computer, because I had a great question, but I can't seem to find it, or maybe I didn't type it and I thought I was typing. So sorry about that. I've been driving for 7 hours and my mind may be spinning around.
No, not a problem.
But okay, so what I wanted to ask you now, of course, let's go directly into marketing. We would love to know about marketing in terms of fair launch, listing, and of course, ongoing marketing for the token and also for the company. Because like I said here, you have two things going on. You have the token that is going to be live trading 24/7, but you also are a utility project. So actually, you also have a utility that you're going to have to market that utility to. So I want to know what are the marketing strategies, for the token during fair launch and listing, and then of course, once the utilities are live, how are you going to promote those utilities to gather more and more users? Because of course, the investors that come into your project, the one thing that they want to see is more users, because more users means more revenue, and more revenue means more peace for the ones that has the NFTs. That's the full circle.
Yes. Well, I mean, right now we're working on doing MMAs. We're doing a lot of different calls, Twitter, Facebook advertising. We have a lot of different things going. Every day we basically have something, right? We're trying to grow the group, our following first, because right now we're basically trying to push the NFTs, the OGs NFTs. These are the ones that, like I said, is for the main group, the people that have been with us from the beginning. So we want to open that up. We're going to let people, buy into those. And then we'll use some of those funds to start getting more MMAs. We have, I'm not going to tell you who is coming, but we have other MMAs coming up. And some other really big MMAs are coming up too. Tomorrow we have a nice one. So we're working on those things. And the beauty of our game, of the in-game advertising, our idea is that we're going to actually offer big projects to come in and get advertising on our game for free. So they will help us. That when we actually kind of contact a few projects already, we have a couple of deals already in place. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna have them on our game. They'll be able to tell all their followers, hey, come in, check out, Besa game there. You'll see us on the game. You'll see our advertising on the billboards. All that is gonna create different partnerships, and it's gonna bring more people. So it's gonna help us grow. So as we get bigger, people will come to us, right? I really believe that companies or projects will come to us and ask us to help them advertise. All this will bring more and more users to us, more awareness to the project.
Totally. And one thing that I love to hear is AMAs. AMAs are my particular favorite ones, because I think everyone knows that I live for AMAs. I'll maybe be doing, I don't know, 1 or 2 AMAs daily. And that's something I love. You know why? Because sitting here for an hour, talking, face to face. Well, now it's face to face, but not all the time it's like that. But having the chance to actually talk, to the core team members, to listen to their voice, to listen to them explaining the plans and everything directly from them, it's very powerful. So AMAs for me, it's the most powerful marketing tool. So I'm glad that you're going to keep on doing AMAs, because like I said, everyone wants to hear directly from the CEO, from the project manager, from the team, and that's really great. And like I said, you still got plenty of time, and that's also great, because I love that you're actually planning this with a lot of time. Because let me tell you something, I work with many different projects daily, and I think that you are the project that planned the fair launch with the most amount of time, and I have seen it in a while, and that actually shows that you want to make it right. You're not just creating the pool and said, hey, I'm going to be launching in 3 days, let's make it all quickly. You want to start, promoting and getting more people attracted to your project. So eventually, when you open your fair launch, you will have all these different people that have been following you for 20 days say, hey, now is the time to buy. So that's also pretty smart, and I really like that.
Thank you.
So
thank you.
I'm going to start unmuting people. Now it's been 30 minutes since the start. So I'm going to start unmuting people for the community member questions. I hope that you're ready. I know that my community is going to ask great questions. Guys, remember, limit yourself to 1 smart question here for Gabe. And let's give it a go. Let's see, where are the OGs? Let me just find. I'm going to turn off my camera 1 second, because I don't know, when I have my camera turned on, I can't see people raising their hands. Let me just find over here someone that I know. We have a lot of people. Okay, we have Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you're allowed to speak, brother. Let me turn on my camera again. Emmanuel, you're allowed to speak, bro. Have you saved up battery, Emmanuel? I know that you were saying that you were saving battery for today. No, truly, he said in the group that he didn't have power and he was saving battery for these AMAs. So I hope that he's around. Emmanuel, are you allowed? Are you there?
Are you there, bro?
Let's just give him. Oh, I think he got disconnected. But I've unmuted Sam, a base member of Tribits Crypto Launch. Hey, Sam, how's it going, brother? Glad to have you here. I know that Sam's there, so let's just give him a minute. Or come on, guys, what's going on today?
It happens. Sometimes people get a little shy.
I don't know why, because they always have great questions. But AID Original, you're unmuted, brother. AID Original.
Hello, Javi.
Hey, how's it going, bro?
Hello, Gabe. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. My question is, how do they plan to differ themselves from the current competition they have in GameFi, metaverse space, right? Like As Infinity, Sandbox, Decentralized, Splinter Cell. What differentiates them from these guys, and what makes them special?
I think our profit sharing it really makes us different than most of the projects out there. For example, if you look at our marketplace, once we set up our marketplace and people start selling those NFTs, we're going to charge a 3% fee. The 3% fee is going to go back to the NFT holders. So whoever's owning an NFT, every time somebody's selling NFTs, that fee is going to be collected and it's going to be distributed with all the NFT holders. So I mean, I don't know how many projects do something like that. I really haven't looked, but in my experience, I don't see that, around. So and another thing for us is keeping it honest, right? Um, we're trying to be completely open. We have a private group with all the NFT holders that already purchased an OG NFT, and these guys, we show them everything that we're using. We're paying for this. We show them how much we're spending. Which we're like, so we're trying to just to keep it as honest as we can. There's things that we can share, but as long as everything is confirmed, we'll go ahead and share it with everybody and let people know. And then we also have the board of directors, which will help us make decisions when we get stuck and we don't know what we're doing, because it will happen. These guys will help us. There's a lot of people that are in crypto, they have a lot of experience, and they have a lot more knowledge than we do, and we might as well take advantage of it. So we're gonna be opening up everything for them to give us that advice, and then eventually vote for everything that we want to do.
Thank you very much. And what are the challenges you have faced in developing these blockchain-based games that you'll be releasing very soon, your fourth quarter? So what are the challenges you have faced in developing these games so far?
What are the challenges?
Yeah.
Challenges you have faced on developing these games.
Well, I mean, the challenges have been, really, to be honest with you, is to find real honest developers. There are a lot of people out there that they're not really honest. They tell you different things. So we have to find a way to check everything that they give us, right? So like I said, that part of the Fuego Studio, having them on our side, has helped us to get code from different guys and to make sure that everything is done correctly and is done safe. So I think that's the biggest challenge, because we have, there's thousands of developers and get different messages, different offers every single day. So we look for the best ones, and we try to make sure that everything is done right. We make mistakes. There's a couple that we use and they didn't follow through. So it's a setback. So we have to find ways to move forward, and that's kind of what we've been doing. We look at different developers. We get the games. We get everything set up, and then when it comes to sending us the actual code for the game, they start pushing back because they want to keep everything. That's not how we want to do this. We want to run this as a business. If we're paying you to develop a code, that belongs to the company, right? So if people are not willing to do that, then we have to move on. So I think that's probably the biggest thing.
All right, thank you very much, Gabe. Thank you, Garbit.
No, thank you very much for asking the question. And that was actually the first question he asked about how do you differentiate yourself from other gaming projects. It's actually a great question, and I love the answer because it truly, the profit revenue share, the revenue sharing system that you're going to place, and that you're also planning to go like not just DeFi, to go into IRL with an LLC and make it like professional. That's something that makes a huge difference. So great answer, to be honest. Let's go ahead with Victor Mbappe. Mbappe, you're allowed to speak, brother. I hope you have a great question for us today. Victor Mbappe, like the football player.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. What's your question for today?
Hey, Victor.
Yeah, thanks for giving me the opportunity. You did talk a lot about building up a strong community, because obviously your utility is based off a very strong community. So I just wanted to ask, because I did go through your Telegram, and also I checked on your various social handles, and I did find out that there's pretty much low engagement over there. So considering that this project is a utility-based project with a game coming out, what are your plans to, let's say, keep the community hyped and build that community over Telegram and on Twitter? So what are your plans to do that? And I know you did talk a lot about AMS, but I mean, AMS are just the conventional methods to doing this. What other plans do you have to like grow a broader community to make use of your utilities to the fullest?
Well, our plan is eventually once people start getting rewards, everything is gonna start going crazy. Once you get everybody in the morning wakes up and they see that they got, I don't know how much exactly, but it will be something on their wallet that will allow people to come in and start telling everybody that we are doing things right and that we're doing things for reals. And I think we'll grow. One thing I like about our community, to be honest with you, is I don't, people coming in and out and telling us what they have for breakfast or lunch. It really doesn't matter much. It's just for conversation wise, right? But if we want to talk about investment, if we want to talk what we want to do, it's that our community, our social media is more to keep people informed, right? So you guys know what we're doing, what we're working on, and what's coming. If when people want to just go and make conversation, don't be offended, but I probably won't be part of it much because I don't think you want to know, how bad my golf, was this today, right? Because I don't need to tell you that. And so we want to keep it as professional as we can. We don't want to be a chatting box going back and forth with different things. We want to keep it professional. People come in, they ask their questions, they see what we're doing, and we try to make sure that everybody's informed. That's to be honest. I get a lot of offers for fake, users and chillers, and people say, pay us to keep your group busy, stuff like that, and we will never do something like that. It's not what we want to do. I mean, if we like I said, we're gonna keep it honest. People come in and do fake speak or fake talk to each other. It's just not what we want.
Great answers, great answers. I really like how you kept it on a broader scope. So just before I drop the mic, sorry, um, you did talk about the game, and obviously not every community member will be so interested in playing the game. Some of the investors would just like to buy and hold and just stay in the ecosystem. So I just wanted
Yes.
to ask, like, for some of these investors who wouldn't, let's say, be interested in the game, not necessarily because they don't like what you're doing, but just because they are not too good at games. Is there a way they can be able to like stream such games and probably place bets on these games and get passive income from that model?
Well, by holding the token itself, people are gonna get reflections. There's a 10% tax on selling the token, and that will be 4% to all holders. So somebody sells, 4% will go back to everybody, right? So everybody will get a share of that. That alone it gives you the incentives. We believe that by creating the volume, with the games, with the different apps, the different things that we are making, there will be plenty of money coming in, going out, right? So, like I said, I can't tell you exactly what numbers we're looking at until we actually do, but I think a lot of other projects that try to do reflections only, they fell on their faces because they don't have the volume. After a couple months, that's it, they're gone, right? So we see that, we notice that, and we try to find a solution for it. So this is what we've been doing, right? So we're creating the different games, the different applications, the marketplace. All this creates this volume, all this creates this awareness of what Besa is, and eventually it just continue to increase. So by holding the token itself, if you don't want to be on the game side or you don't want to play the games, you will be still getting reflections.
Great answers, and you do have a lovely project. I wish you all the best of luck. Thanks,
I
Rabbit.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor Mbappe. Great questions. I'm going to keep on unmuting, guys, but please limit to one question only so everyone can ask. We want the most people to ask questions. So please, guys, try to make it just one question so we can get more people asking. So let me just check. We have Where is him? I was looking for him. The GOAT. GOAT, you're allowed to speak, brother.
The GOAT.
The GOAT, yeah.
Steph? Is that Steph Curry?
Yeah, Steph Curry. You like basketball?
I love basketball.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. GOAT.
Yeah, great project there.
Thank you.
So my question is, I'll keep it to one question. I'll follow the rules. So my question is, many games favor players with a higher budget, regardless of their dedication or gaming skills. So will it be the same in your project, or will you have a fair game mechanic that does not favor large investors, leaving novice aside with less capital?
So I don't understand the question. If you don't, what was that again?
Can you repeat? GOAT, please.
See, my question is, what has your team put in place to favor the investors with less capital? Because gaming project tends to favor those with huge amount of capital, like playing. What does the team have?
Okay, I get it. So, well, basically, one of those benefits will be just invest in what you can on the token itself, right? And down the road, we will have different versions of NFTs. Right now, we have the gold NFT. I mean, the OGs NFTs will release the gold, silver, bronze, and normal NFTs. Normal will be obviously the most inexpensive ones, but they will also give you a share of the profits. So we haven't set up everything yet regarding the press because we're concentrating on the OGs right now. But there will be options for you guys to come in and own an NFT and get 2% of the profits. And this is lifetime benefits. I mean, like I said, we're building a company, so we're planning to be around for the next 10 years, and my son will run this thing hopefully down the road. We want to be around for a very long time. So once you invest, $100, $200 on the token, you can for sure take it to the bank. You will for sure get reflections every single day because we're not going anywhere.
All right, great. That is a great plan. Focusing on the OGs right now, and also giving us the ones with less capital, some passive income, like reflections and the rest of them. Great plan.
Oh, well, one thing that if excuse me, if I can say, one thing that we set up on our fair launch is there's a maximum of 2 BNB to buy per wallet. So we're not gonna have these huge whales that are gonna come in and destroy the project. So
that's great.
People can go and buy many wallets, whatever. I mean, they do what they have to do, right? But the idea is that we want to have as many holders as possible and be able to control that a little bit because all projects go through the dip. A lot of projects, as soon as they launch, that's it. They just crash, right? And a lot of them don't recover from it. So we learn from all those mistakes before, so we try to find ways to prevent that. So one way to do that is we try to lower the amount of people can buy on the fair launch.
Awesome. Yeah, and to be honest, having a max contribution is something bullish for me. And I always that I write a call and I see max contribution, that's something bullish, because if someone can, I don't know, maybe go into a fair launch and they can buy like 100 BNBs, then he's the one that's going to control the entire market, and we're all going to depend from one single person. So if there are no whales allowed, it's equally fair for everyone. But great question. We still got time, so let me just unmute. Where is he? Frenchy Duck. Frenchy Duck, you're unmuted. Frenchy Duck. What's your question for today, Frenchy Duck?
All right. Thanks for the opportunity. My question is, we all know that the gap between traditional gamers and blockchain metaverse gamers is still wide open. How does Besa gaming team reach this to attract more traditional gamers to try a new blockchain game?
How do we attract them? I mean, it's a play to earn. So every time you play the game, you'll be earning, you'll be winning crypto. We're trying to make our games very easy, very simple. I have the games on my phone, so when we go to the airport with my son, he's playing the games all the time. He enjoys them. He gives me feedback, and we make different changes to it. The main idea is to have people just come in when you're taking your lunch break. You're waiting at the doctor's office, whatever it is that you're doing, and you have time. You pull up your phone and you play a couple minutes, and that you enjoy it, and it's simple and it's easy, and then at the end you actually get some crypto into your wallet. So I think that alone will help. I don't know what else you're looking for. Franchi?
All right. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the question, brother.
Thank you for the question, Franchi. Let's get more people get the chance to ask their question. Let's see, maybe White Money. White Money, you're allowed to speak. White Money, you're allowed to speak, brother. Ask your question.
Hello there, bro.
Hey, bro.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm audible.
You're audible, yeah.
All right, so thank you. My question is about the multiplayer mode. Like, did you guys consider network glitch or bad reception for players? And if this happens, like, will it affect the reward? And also, will it be like a chat mechanism for like real gamers and investors to drop their review and opinion about this game?
I don't know if I got everything.
Me neither. White Money, could you repeat maybe a little bit slower?
Okay. My question is about the multiplayer mode. Like, did you guys consider network? Yeah, do you guys consider the network glitch or bad reception for players? And if this happens, like, will it affect the reward? And also, would it be a chat mechanism for like real apart from the Telegram? Like, would it be another chat mechanism for like real gamers and investors to drop their review, opinion, and ideas about this game?
Okay, you're talking about the multiplayer and how the rewards will be affected. Is that correct?
I actually got the question, and it was a great one, White Bunny. I'm glad that I unmuted you because that was a really great question. And he's asking, we have the PvP mode, and he's asking what happens, for example, if one of the players has bad network. For example, let's say me and you, Gabe, we start playing, and I don't know, maybe my internet runs off. Like, is there any way to help that one? Or maybe if someone starts lagging, what's going to depend of that? Or maybe the game is going to say, hey, you are disconnected, your fault, because that happens in a lot of sports. If you don't present yourself, you're considered lost. But that was the question from White Money.
That's a great question. I think that, to be honest, what's going to happen if you get disconnected, and like if you play in Texas Hold'em on a table and you get disconnected, you'll continue to do your blinds and continue to play until you run out of money, right? So I will have to be 100%. I'll go back and talk to the team to give you that answer. But I think that if you start a game and then you get disconnected in the middle of it, the guy that's still connected will be the winner. I don't think that there's anything that we can do to fix that. But like I said, I will confirm that with the guys and the developers.
All right. So I'll just keep it to one question. Maybe I'll come back to your Telegram group to ask more questions. Right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, please join us, and then you can keep asking questions, whatever you need. We'll be there.
You know that, guys, always, anytime, the best way of doing, if you don't have the chance, because I have like 20 hands raised up at this moment, but we only have 10 minutes left. So if you can't answer your question today, of course, you can join his Telegram group and you can ask there. But let me just find Yellow Lip over here. I don't see him in the list. Where is he? Oh, here. Yellow Lip, a big OG in Drive It's Lounge. You're allowed to speak, brother. What's your question for today?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Okay. Thanks for the opportunity, Dravis. I've been listening to the introduction and also about the game, and basically great poll and great question have been coming in from the community basically. So I just when going through the website, I see when you guys said you can earn by play to earn. When you play with your friends, you get some reward, which is interesting. Basically, what I just want to bring out here is, maybe I don't know if you guys have done this. It's also like basically a suggestion. Let's say for example, in the game when I'm playing with my friends, is there a way whereby me and my friend can make in a chat? Let's say we can chat with each other about how the game is being feeling, about how we're enjoying the game. And is there a way, maybe if there is not going to be a chat, maybe a way whereby we can talk in an audio form? Because for example, let's say COD, when playing COD, you can chat with, putting your mic, whereby talking to your opponent and talking to your friends, basically that will help, bring out more people to join. That will bring up some challenge to the behind playing with your friends. You guys can put in some challenge when talking to each other, when playing the game. That will help basically, and that will also grow the game aspect and the game development in that part. So I don't know if you guys can do that. Thank you.
That's a great question. I mean, down the road, we're planning to get into the metaverse, and we're planning to have games on the VR headsets and stuff like that. So, people will be able to talk to each other when they're playing the game. I guess they can tell you the Texas Hold'em idea. You'd be sitting on a table, with your headset, you'll be able to play with somebody on the game, and you'll be able to have conversations, and that's actually pretty good. And I'm really looking forward to it. On the first version of our games, it will be more of you select who you want to play against, you play the game, and at the end of the game, the winner takes all. There will be not really an option to be talking to each other, unless I will talk to the guys about it, to the team, to see if we can do something about that. But right now, like the 3 games that we have, there's no option for that.
Okay, that's cool. Basically, it's also like a suggestion. Basically,
it is a great idea. Great idea.
Yeah. Just a suggestion, and I love the way you guys, going back to telling the team what I just bring up. That's interesting. Basically, thank you so much for the opportunity, Drive. Yeah, thank you.
No, thank you.
Always, bro. Always great to have you. So we have the last question. It's going to go for Emmanuel. That I actually unmuted him, but he had a tech issue. Now let me find him in the group. Where are you? Why can't I find you? Emmanuel Musk. That he is the cousin of Elon Musk.
Oh,
big dude. Emmanuel Musk, you're allowed to speak, brother. What's your question for today? The last question, guys.
Thanks for the unmute again. Yeah, so my question, I'll go straight to my question. My question is about the gaming, about the playing. So as we know, nobody can stay up for 24 hours to play a game. So will there be like a time limit? Because some people can use bots and they'll keep, looting money from the game. So is there a time limit where there will be like a break so that people will not use bots to continue playing and keep earning free money just like that? Okay. Do you get that?
That's a great question. That's actually part of the development part of why we have Fuego Studio with us. They're helping us to make sure that there's no hidden code on the game itself, where the designer or the developer can come in and actually drain the funds, right? So one of the things that we notice with gaming companies, like P2P, is that they actually run out of money. The game fund runs out of funds. It runs out of money, and then next thing you know, there's no more funds for the game. So that's it. You basically kill the project, right?
Yeah.
So the idea that we have is to part of the tax that's being collected will be used to keep replenishing that fund for the game, right? So to begin, when people start playing the game, we're gonna keep an eye on the different amounts that people are winning. So we'll be able to make adjustments as we go. Okay. So one of the things that, I don't know if you look on our website, is one of the things that we want to do is the NFT holders will also get a share of the winnings when somebody plays the game, right? That's what we call the rotation of the NFTs. So when somebody logs in, an NFT is selected from this rotation, and whenever that guy that's playing the game wins something, the NFT holder will actually receive a portion of it, right? So everything keeps getting, everybody keeps getting rewards. So for that, and we understand that it's a lot of, it could be a lot of volume coming in and out. So we have to make sure that we have enough to keep the game fun, fully sustained and sustainable, and people can actually continue to play the games and actually benefit from it. So that's part of the plan that we're working on. And with the idea of the games is some of our games will be used for, collecting funds for the game fund, right? Or collecting a portion of it will be used for liquidity. Other stuff will be going directly to the NFT holders. So the gaming idea, the beauty of it, that's why I like it so much, is because we can actually expand it and we can do many different directions to make sure that we continue to have a sustainable, business.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you very much for that answer.
Yeah, but one thing that I want to point out, if I can,
sure,
having this setup, this quality control, implemented into our gaming, it makes us different. It really makes sure that we can actually be around for a long time and that we are doing things the right way, right? So not everybody can say that. From my experience, other projects, I don't see them having that. So we want to make sure that we're not going to run out of money in the first couple months, and that we're actually going to continue to maybe even increase our game funds or liquidity, just by using the games. So that's one of the things that really makes us different.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Gabe, for that great words. We're going to start wrapping this up. I'm going to thank everyone that joined today's AMA, guys. It was very fun and informative. Gabe is an amazing speaker, and Gabe, today you truly show that you know a lot about your project. You answer all the questions perfectly without any hesitation or doubt. You were straight up to the point, and that's something that I love to see when CEOs come over here. So that makes me bullish on the project. We're going to keep on following this, guys. Community, this is a project that we are all going to add into our watch list. Not just because it's gaming, and you know that I love gaming projects, guys, but because Gabe actually gave a great AMA. So we're really happy for that. And thank you all for joining today. We had 1 hour AMA here with Besa Gaming Company, and it was a great one. So I actually, like I said, guys, today I've been traveling all day. I was kind of tired, but being here makes my energies grow again, in the short amount of time. I actually enjoy this game. To be honest, this is my passion. Meeting people like you every day, it's like a blessing to me. But I'm going to hand you over the microphone the last time, so you can do your closing statement. The last words you want to say for everyone at Drive-Its Crypto Launch is all yours.
Thank you. Appreciate, and thank you for having us. Like I said, this is my first MMA. I never done an MMA before, so it was very exciting all day, trying to prepare, trying to make sure that I will get the best answers. I hope you guys, got what you're looking for. You guys can join us and, help us to continue just to grow what we want to do. Me and the team, we've been in crypto for a long time, and we've seen all the different scams, all the different, people stealing people's money. And we want to do something real. We really want to do something honest and allow everybody to benefit from it. We make no guarantees, but what I can promise you is that we will work on this every single day, and we're not going anywhere. Gerardo, Darius, Chris, all the other guys, every single day we're working on this. We are trying to develop. We're trying to get everything done. And one thing that makes us different is that we have our utilities before we even launch our token. We don't want to make promises that we can't keep. So we want to make sure that when we make something and we say that we are going to do something, it's because we are going to make it. We're not going to make empty promises. We're not going to lie to you or try to hide the project, because that's not what we want. We want to be around for a long time, and we want you guys to be with us. And that's really what it is. And like I said, thank you for having us. We are so excited to be here, and we're looking forward to doing something else with you guys. So
that's amazing, Gabe. And I'm actually shocked that this is your first AMA, to be honest, because you did it great. So if this is your first one, I don't know, maybe when you have like 10, you're going to be like, fast. You're going to be sharp. But man, it was actually great.
I can talk crypto all day. I love crypto.
To be honest, and I think that you're going to be in a lot of AMAs, but I don't want to say it like this, but I think that Private Crypto Launch is the best place to do AMAs, man. So you're in the right hands over here, Great community, organic investors, great host with me. But man, I hope you had a great time, and you're more than welcome to come over for a follow-up AMA if you want to tell us, in a couple of days or closer to the fair launch, some more utilities or something, that you want to show us. We're going to be supporting you because that's a project that I like. And like I said, the community is going to keep on. We are going to all add this to our watch list. But guys, thank you all very much for joining in. I'm going to close the BC and say everyone bye-bye. Bye-bye, Gabe.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.